The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am Eric Clark, your host, saying thank you for taking time out of your day to hang out with us on the east side of Nashville. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that notification and the like button. Help me out with the algorithm. If you have a suggestion for a band, song, video, something you want me to check out and make one of these cool little videos about, head over to the Discord server. Our moderator, Tria, has set up a one-stop shop for all things Wyldeside with Eric Clark. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction request, drop a link with a little bit of info. Today's Discord suggestion is coming from Triple G. Gwen has said, you've done a lot of Nightwish, you need to check out Early Floor. So today we are checking out AfterForever, and the name of the track is Equally Destructive. Let me know down below with everything I need to know about AfterForever, because you are my Sherpas up this mountain of new music of mine. So it's AfterForever, Equally Destructive. Let's check it out on the Wyldeside. Weird seeing her on a little stage. Really weird. I'll admit that. Gnarly. Damn, dude. Yeah, give me a second here. That was straight metal. But I got a couple of things. It is weird to see her on a stage that confined. Number one, I'd hate to have to follow that because this is AfterForever, early Floor Jansen, Equally Destructive, the name of the track. Thank you to Gwen. The thought I had was, man, I'd hate to have to follow that. Like if they were my opening act, like I'd be like, bro, I'm just gonna, I can't do it tonight, guys. Find me another opening act. Like, because I'm that guy, right? Like, no, I'm not going out after that. Are you insane? No. Number two, that's how you shoot a video. That was a very well done video. It really was. It was artistic. That was a very well done track, video, set to a very cool track. I got lost for a second because the riff was taking me somewhere. I was going somewhere with it. So early Floor Jansen, let me know down below everything I need to know about AfterForever. Straight metal. That is a straight metal track. And what makes Floor so unique is not just her commanding presence. I mean, she's 6'1", flat-footed. So you put her in a pair of heels and, she looms over people. And then on top of that, there's this power that comes from her, this energy that flows from her that you could see back then. That it's this, I got you now. What I call it, as I've said in previous videos with her, whether it's Nightwish or just her solo stuff, Floor has this really cool ability that is very needed when you're singing heavy metal. And what that ability is to hug you and tell you that everything's going to be okay. That's the feeling you get. This innocence, you feel infantilized by her vocals. By the innocence of her vocals, right? So she hugs you, everything's going to be okay, all right? And then pushes you down a flight of stairs. And then comes down, picks you up, hugs you, tells you everything's okay, and you're cool with it. like you're totally cool with it. That's her ability, the unique ability that Floor has to be able to convey both of those things. I call it this juxtaposition of attitude. She's so good about creating I have to remind people, I hear in color. And the colors that come from her, while very bright and very very life-giving colors, they're very heavy, okay? They're very thick and they're rich. You can't see through them. They're not opaque. They're not fluorescent. They're rich in their texture. Even though they are lighter to the other sounds around it, and it's juxtaposing those, there's a dichotomy here of this wonderful, beautiful vocal that is just as heavy as everything going on around it, but yet there is still a springtime, a clear sky, and when I say clear sky, a clear river, this thickness, this rich texture that allows you a freedom and safety. That's everything's going to be okay. It's still there. The music, I got caught up because there's a riff in this track. So when you hear something for the first time, you always look for familiarity. You want a thread of familiarity, whether it's the influence that the band themselves have or it's just a sound that has made its way through the zeitgeist. You're still looking for something in your own past, in your own catalog, that ties you to this immediate, I'm listening to something for the first time. And for me, it was the riff. The riff in this track, this is very specific. When I say it reminded me of, I'm not saying it's just like, I'm not saying they lifted it or anything like that. I'm just saying it took me to a place where I felt comfortable enough to allow myself to open that spectrum to receive those colors. There's a song by White Zombie with, I think it was Iggy Pop doing the vocals, gripping the wheel, his knuckles turn white with desire, the wheels of his Mustang exploding on the highway like a slug from a 45. Black Sunshine by White Zombie. That's what and right away I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that memory. I'm cool with that nostalgia. I'm cool with that history within myself, regardless of where that riff came from, what inspired the riff. I was able to go somewhere safe and secure and allow myself to be taken on that trip. And that drummer, the drummer and the keyboard player did a very good job of building this foundation of absolute dominance in their textures, but kind of doing it, oh yeah, guys, we're over here, because everybody else is crunching and rocking. Good crunch, by the way. I've said this before about bands, and they're like, what do you mean crunch? I'm like, okay, maybe it's a thing that was in the industry we would use to describe something. It's got the perfect crunch. I guess it is a joke. There is a crunchiness you want in your metal, right? You want a little crunchiness in there. Perfect, man. This perfect interchange with the guitars and the bass, laying down this really good, crunchy, dirty tone. Meanwhile, the keyboard and the drums are the heartbeat. They're the saccadic rhythm. They're matching each other and driving the pace of the track so that Floor's vocals, while she's harmonizing with herself, is allowing this free run of interchange and interplay in the harmonies. And it's just well put together. Great rock song. Again, I'd hate to have to follow that. I would immediately get a sore throat. I would pull my ego, is what I would call it. Yeah, I pulled my ego. I can't go out and perform. Yeah, let's let them leave with that. All right, you don't want me out there messing all that up. So well done, AfterForever, and a well-shot video too. Again, very artistic, super cool looking, very slick, very Sin City looking. I liked it. AfterForever, as suggested by Gwen, with Equally Destructive. Let me know down below everything I need to know about AfterForever. And if you have a suggestion like Glenn, I'm sorry, Gwen, I'm sorry, Triple G. You're working in my medieval tavern and I'm misgendering you. I'm sorry. If you have a suggestion like Gwen, head over to the Discord server, left-hand side, YouTube reaction request, drop a link and a little bit of info, and I'll try not to mess up your name. Thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your day to hang out with us here in Nashville. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wyldeside.